Body clearing. Okay, this is going to be a Divine Masculine soul searching reading. First off, if you want to grab a session with me, I just opened up more sessions, so please click the link below to work with me. I would love to work with a session with you. But let's get started here. So let's dive into what are the masculine soul searching about right now? What are they searching within for the answers regarding this connection and their divine feminine? What's coming up on their heart space that's being illuminated at this time because they're consciously looking for that. They're seeking answers. Thank you, Divine Creator, for bringing through only the highest, most beneficial information regarding where the masculines are. Oh, I just saw the seeker. That is the spiritual seeker going to the altar for these answers. And the other card there was the card of separation. So how to bridge the gap, how to come together. What do the feminines need to know about all the things that the masculines are intentionally looking at in their lives right now? Their manifestations, their goals, their actions, their challenges, the solutions. What can we see for what the feminines need to know about that? And some extra support here with the Starseed Oracle. And then I'm going to do one more deck for some added clarity based on specific things that start coming up in the main cards. Okay, conscious mind. What are the masculine soul searching in their conscious mind about the connections at this time? This is a card of blockage. It's in the inverse. So for some, if you're blocked, they're wanting to unblock you and try again. Clear the slate, start fresh. For others, they've been at an impasse, a crossroads. This can offer two paths. This is the masculines giving themselves a little bit of a break, saying, I don't have to choose left or right. Red pill, blue pill right now. I can just hang tight. I can just surf it. I can just see where it goes. I don't have to premeditate based on fear or love. What's going to happen here? I can just... It's like a reality check. I'm good right now. What do I have to worry about? Things are, manageable at this very moment. Let's see where it goes kind of energy. So they're soul searching. What is the best mode going forward? Whether they're going to withhold something right now? No, it's not about withholding. It's literally about how to maintain their composure. So their instinct says resist, change is scary, I've never been here before, let's slow down. But their conscious mind is saying, this could be fun. Let's see what happens next. They're just kind of here for it. What do the feminines need to know about this? 3 of coins. There's more than meets the eye. So whatever is about to kick off between the two of you, your masculine doesn't have the answers. They're just kind of openly curious as to what the universe or you is going to throw at them next in a fun-loving, adventurous way. Advice for the feminines? Impeccability, advancement, and loftiness. So you have made it to the next round, I just heard. So something masculines are going to offer here is going to take this connection into uncharted territory. And it is rising to a new level of affirmation between the two. And there is more than meets the eye here. But your masculine doesn't have all the answers. They're just here for the unfolding of it too, feminines. So I'm just really getting that those who are going to have access to this new offer or this new beginning, the agendas have been dropped. There's more of an open curiosity all around. There are interesting opportunities presenting in the energy, and everybody is getting an opportunity to trust themselves more more freely than ever before, because this is uncharted territory. I just noticed the 66, which is concern about material realm things. So this new offer could be coming out of necessity, out of problem solving, material issues, mundane issues. This could be teaming up to tackle some logistics. But it doesn't require you being in romantic relationship per se. It is not saying you aren't or won't be. That's just not the focus. This is something else. This is something that humans don't typically run across in relationships where two people are masterful coming together. So it's a different ball game. Interesting. What are the masculines soul searching regarding you? Pardon me. I hope that's the last little bit of a cough. I don't want to go back and re-record. They are looking at your intuitive skills. The amount of unconditional love here. They're seeing you, or they're questioning their higher guidance as to how aligned this whole thing has been. They're looking at ways to see themselves as it relates to you and your intuition, this higher plan that seems to be playing out. They're really trying to find belonging and sense of order in all of the events that have played out in your connection. They are tuning into their intuitive senses and seeing a bit of a bigger picture overview review of this connection. They're seeing how the times that you've shown up in their life, the cycles you've been through, have been divinely orchestrated. It's been at relevant, meaningful times. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. So you might be getting tipped off to this kind of awareness of your connection, how particular things playing out couldn't have been more perfectly timed, either convenient or inconvenient things. It's almost uncanny, right, feminines? So this is saying that the feminines can sink into trusting divine timing a little bit more than is consciously recognized right now. The masculines are validating the connection this way. It's kind of like they're getting some energetic backing by affirming that this connection does align with higher love, unconditional love, forgiveness, all the things love is, patience, kindness. They're kind of checking off some boxes. What is the advice for the feminines? Discipline, discernment, and order. So yeah, there is a little bit of a homework here for the feminines to really look at the big picture as well, and look at how, looking back on your connection, how there has been a rhyme and reason in the patterns. If you're not seeing that, if you're not understanding the way energy works and the way that you've been shaped by this journey, the self-development, the progress, the spiritual development, everything that you've been through with and without your masculine, or, you know, who you're watching this for, has all been in a grand plan. And so it's time to really be grateful for that, I'm hearing. What are the masculines soul searching about the heart space here? They are really looking deeply into the masculine they've been becoming, that is being shaped by this journey bit by bit. They're seeing what an extraordinary, life-changing occurrence this has been, that they have matured into the embodiment of an ideal that they once glimpsed in their heart of hearts. They are seeing themselves realizing that and coming into a more authentic version of self, more spiritual self. This is the King of Wands, my divine masculine card. So they're seeing this authentic becoming under the surface, this more eternal aspect. The priorities are shifting from instant gratification to this, I'm hearing slow, hot burn that is so much more luxurious in a way. It's so much more abundance imbued. There's just so much more texture and aliveness to it. They've learned to slow down and really deeply appreciate things. And it is in part to not having this connection come in easily. They're seeing the precious value of what this connection has done in their life. This is a very beautiful philosophical look at how they have been inspired to become a better version of themselves, or step into the shoes of the version of themselves that they've always wanted to be. I saw 1111 when I was talking about that. Feminines, the Fool. So this is a brand new beginning. I'm getting that when your masculine comes in and offers whatever this next cycle of engagement interaction is, that it's going to be uncharted territory, and you're not going to recognize them from the way they used to interact with you in the past. And so none of those old rules apply. It's going to be more present. What is the advice? Correspondence, declaration, and telepathy, chamber of communication. So this is your chance to read more than meets the eye, to interact with your person on a telepathic level. This is where even in person, you're going to be picking up on so much more awareness. I'm getting a feeling of a lot of counterparts that haven't really spent much time around each other in the physical, and coming into more physical environment together and seeing how psychically things have up leveled since the last time you were physically around each other, because you've been specializing in the telepathic energetic awarenesses while apart, that there's going to be a obvious supercharged set of awarenesses that are beyond just a physical interaction. It's like the previous physical interaction plus the awareness of what the journey has brought to mind, and the real psychic intuitive development that's happened. It's going to be next level. It's going to be very interesting. In some ways, I'm hearing it's going to feel more practical, present, grounded, real, but there will be a textured quality to the holistic experience. Some of the nervousness will be gone as soon as you're in each other's presence. Some of the nervousness will dissipate. Throat chakra stuff. What can we see for the heart space? What are the masculines soul searching about their feminine? Divine timing for victory. This is like a coming out. It's like the masculines are waiting to, I just heard that they've talked to friends and family about you already, divine feminines, and you don't know it. So you think your connection is more secret than it is at this point. There is at least one key individual that knows a lot more than you think about your connection from your masculine's point of view, I just heard. And they're waiting for a time to break the news to you, or to kind of surprise you with the fact that other people already know that your counterpart feels a positive way for you. Yeah, that's an interesting message, that others already know about your connection beyond what you think they know, and they're waiting for divine timing, for the timing to be right to let you know about that, or to introduce you. I'm seeing somebody introducing their counterpart to their friends, but in a surprise party setting where all the friends are gathered to welcome the counterpart in, and this counterpart is thinking that none of the friends even know that they're connected yet. That's an interesting thing. I hope I didn't blow anyone's cover. Divine Feminines, you're on the truth trail here. So some might be picking up on things in the energy that something is on its way, but you might not be able to put your finger on it. This is the Ace of Swords. So you are getting, I think we got this card a little while ago, that the masculines were advised to start dropping hints, flirtation, little bits about their plan to their feminine. I'm still getting that if you have been aware, feminines, you would have been seeing some of these signs. In hindsight, when your masculine does kind of bring your connection more out into the open here, you're going to be able to look back and say, oh yeah, I was picking up on certain things. The message there that I'm getting, feminines, this is on the heart of hearts. So, you're so humble and so beautiful and so unconditionally loving and balanced now. You're not running with little bits of tidbits and making more out of it. You've stayed balanced. You've stayed humble. You've just stayed business as usual until if and when all the dimensions align. And so, yeah, it's really endearing and sweet, feminines, that you've learned to calm and corral your overzealous energy, and now you're just chill. This is a beautiful thing, because in hindsight, you will know that the signs were there, but that you have been somebody more masterful and not running with things prematurely. What is the advice? Spiritual gifts, mystery, enchantment, and secrets. Yeah, so you've just embodied a knowing that is not boastful, that is not running on inflated imaginings. You are very grounded, and this is one of your most advanced spiritual gifts, is that you can now be aware of things but stay grounded in the midst of it. It's like humility. It's a 55. So this is actually going to be unlocking a lot more spiritual prowess. I heard that you're going to be more potent into this dimension because you'll be more accountable and entrusted with not only your own things but others. You're going to go into service on a new level because you can stay balanced in the face of uncertainty. Beautiful feminines. This is also a union within that's resulting in an increase of union in your relationships. What can we see for what the masculines are soul searching regarding manifesting in their own lives? Oh my gosh. Life partnership. They are soul searching about how to, fully grieve the past and open up to a life partner. Their divine feminine, how to include living situation, creature comforts, more physical, cuddle time, possibly marriage for some, blending families. There's loyalty here, and they want to do it justice, but they do want to manifest this final healing. They're looking for anything that's still standing in the way of a love like this, that they can continue processing and clearing. What do the feminines need to know? This is a shared motion. This is the telepathic card here. So there is a conduit of energy between the masculines and the feminines to help let go of everything. This is happening energetically. It's not happening through trauma bonding or in the material realm. This is happening emotionally and mentally, energetically, in the shared telepathic space. Just that, I call it the twin tensegrity, that support, the energetic support, just knowing the other exists, that we've got this beautiful counterpart in our awareness, gives us, more backing to just believe in love and to stop hanging on to things that are scarce, to let the past go, to believe in ourselves and the resilience and forward motion and progress. The advice, feminines: harmony, cooperation, dynamic interaction. Yeah, there is a cooperative motion right now to let go of the past so that we can become more dynamic and unencumbered going forward. What are the masculine soul searching about manifesting in this connection? Oh, wow. See, I'm pretty emotionally balanced because a year ago I would have been blubbering, crying tears. We got union with the Empress, y'all. So this is like full on, look at this castle. It's not just a mundane little home here. They want abundance. This is abundance, lavish, richness. This, I mean, that doesn't just mean monetary, but they see that this connection has the makings of, really sky's the limit with whatever situation you want to cultivate. They know that they can manifest any manner of life experience together. And so they're soul searching. How do they envision living with you? They know they could have a castle. They know you're the Empress. They know that you deserve the very best of everything that this world, this life, they could offer you. And so they are very much soul searching. How do they do that justice? How do they show up to the occasion with someone that has it all? How do they honor their feminine? What do the feminines need to know? Ace of Wands. Wow. Keep focused on your life purpose. Keep focused on that flow. This is the most phallic card in the deck. This is the creative spark. This can be a card of conception or making love or consummating the relationship, I'm hearing. So feminine, seek to come together with your masculine when this kind of thing is on the table. This is a little bit of a message about sexually consummating the connection when your masculine is openly talking to you about wanting to do the connection justice on this level. It doesn't mean that you should not talk to them if they're not there yet. This does have a little bit of a foreshadowing that you will be given the opportunity to say yes with sexual consummation when it's at this stage. And it's a little bit of a nudge saying, wait for that. Wait for it to be this real deal. Watch for the evidence that it's going to be that way, or you could let yourself down or put a speed wobble into the mix. What is the advice? Bliss, aspiration, realization. So know your worth, feminines, and realize that you teach others how to treat you. That old adage, why buy the farm when you can milk the cow, or what is it? I'm so bad at those. Anyways, it's that kind of a message here, feminines. So they are wanting to manifest the real deal. So hold them accountable to manifest the real deal with you. Don't limit your visions of what is possible through fear. Anybody watching this, really, if it's almost good enough, if you're feeling sort of okay with what you're imagining for your connection, ask yourself, is there a slightly better feeling way? Like sometimes even I have imagined a scenario going forward with my person that feels pretty dang good compared to things I've experienced in the past. And then it suddenly hits me that I could really go for the full, like, this kind of a heart's desire and not sell myself short and not settle. And, my expectations, I guess my standard rises and it doesn't become a scarcity minded thing. It becomes a celebration. Possibly, divine feminines, you've also been getting that nudge. Let me know in the comments below if you've been intuitively guided to dream bigger as to what is possible in the way of your masculine showing you love. Like I used to think a little bit was okay. And now I'm like, yes, this kind of as best as we could each access right now is what I want. Not, going easy on each other and pretending like we'll be okay with a little bit. We will be, but why? Life is short. Why not just fully say, what would actually feel best to each, and don't hold back being afraid that you're not allowed to entertain the thoughts of what would really do it for you, feminines. Go for that bliss. Imagine that best case scenario and get jazzed about that. What can we see for the actions the masculines are soul searching, taking in their own right? They're still really looking for healing heartache and really looking at those individuals in their lives that would stand the test of time. Their ride or dies, their best friends, their comrades, their homies, their family members that are true blue, all of the real connections. They want to deepen in the assessment of the safety and true connection that they have forged and do have with individuals in their lives. They're taking stock of that, and they are honoring those connections by really letting the reality of those connections sink deeply in. I'm hearing these are the people that will be at your wedding. So they're taking note of the ones they don't care what those people think, and then they are really looking at the ones that have your masculines back and saying, I know those ones would support me regardless. And they're kind of divvying up the people they associate with in those two buckets, the judgmental ones and the ones that love them. That's what they are soul searching right now, because they are getting ready to tell the world about these connections and bring them into public awareness in some way. Take it how it resonates for your stage of the journey, but they are really making stock of who is going to support these unions and who isn't worth their time and wasted energy if they have something negative to say about it. They're looking at those kinds of fruits. What do the feminines need to know? Page of Pentacles. So I'm hearing have kindness right now. Be sincere, be practical. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just be present. And just know that things are starting at a new baseline. And it's not going to be the way that any relationship has been before. No way. We get Starseed Awakening, Cosmic Heritage, Galactic Remembrance, 22. I did see 2222 when I was reading, and I didn't call it out, but I did see it. And here's the 22 again. So there's a brand new level, but it's not starting at ground zero. It's with some energetic backing and experience now, and it's akin to not a mundane start, but a cosmic new way of living. It's an ascended new life coming in. And so the people who are coming forward with your counterpart, divine feminines, are the ones that are going to support your union, affirm the love here, that get it. And so you're not going to have to go back to ultimate basics and have to convince or explain or drain your energy proving your love or connection to skeptics. This is you having a connection with your true counterpart, and then being able to have abundance come in and off to the races and flow on the next level without those mundane distractions of judgmental, envious, ridiculing chirps coming from the sidelines. Your masculine is fielding that right now and clearing that out. I'm hearing for you divine masculines that are going through this process that there might be some in the mix that you don't know which camp they're in, whether they're going to approve of these connections or not. And some of them are going to surprise you. Some either way. Some are going to surprise you negatively, and some are going to be a positive surprise. So keep an open mind. If you're not sure, wait until they show you their true colors and then make that judgment call. What are the actions the masculines are soul searching regarding coming forward to their feminine? Well, they're moving forward energetically, regardless of what they used to adhere to that they thought they needed to manifest to create success or be deemed successful. in their lives. They're energetically going forward, and they don't care so much what the F it looks like anymore. They now are more concerned with making sure the energetic layer feels good to them than what it looks like. OMG, masculines, it's so beautiful. And so, yeah, they don't care what it looks like with you as long as it feels good for both of you. Feminines, 6 of Wands. So this is why it's waited until now for it to come out into public awareness. Here's that public awareness. So yeah, get ready. Your masculine is not so concerned about what it looks like to others. And if others don't like it, those others are gone. I just heard she gone. So yeah, feminine, here you are, center focus here. Your masculine is about to show you how much they do love you. Some, this is just, you know, bringing you into friend groups in a more casual way. Some, this is like full-on wedding proposal upon first surprise party. The 6 of Wands is literally a masculine, usually coming back from a battle with a crown to place on a maiden's head so that he's promising marriage. We've got that twice here. So for some, you're going to get proposals. For some, you are going to very much be introduced to friends and family in a grand gesture here. I'm hearing housewarming, surprise party, homecoming. There's going to be something quite festive for some counterparts here. This can just be metaphorical, but I'm literally seeing parties and dancing and lights and food and celebration here. So what a beautiful image. Yeah, I'm hearing the masculines are all in. Freedom, sensitivity, beauty, sensuality. So this is the kind of, what do you call that when somebody makes a grand entrance? Maybe it's grand entrance. I think there's another term for it. That's the kind of starting it off with a bang that the masculines are setting the stage for. They are introducing you into their communities in a big way right now so that you never have to doubt your rightful place of honor, feminines. I'm seeing you showcased here in the limelight as your masculine's person with full confidence that gives you the freedom, sensitivity, beauty, sensuality, so that you can just feel like you can unfold in your new domain rightfully, that you've been bestowed the honor of fully having like carte blanche to your masculine's world as their person. This is like mind-blowing. I don't think I've ever channeled this kind of grand entrance, but that would stand to reason why some of the masculines, or a lot of them, have hesitated to bring these connections into public knowledge. There's been a lot of groundwork that I can feel, a lot of testing and looking at these connections from various angles. There does seem to be some kind of a grand gesture in the works. What are the masculines soul searching about the issues right now? Okay, they're really looking at how to tell which energies they're going to be releasing, which ones warrant keeping around. They're also still processing the history here, the guilt, the shame, the things that they have been hurt by in the past. They're still soul searching and making sure that they understand the factors involved with the matters of the heart, with temptation, with multiple options. They are still really asking for higher guidance in how to know when they are in weak energy and when they're in strong energy, and how they can protect this connection. They're asking they're petitioning their connection to source. Am I ready? Am I going to be bomb-proof for temptation? Am I sure? Yes, I feel this sure about this person now. How do I know if that's going to be long lasting? What is it that indicates that I'm sure? Like they're really going over this. They're looking for any possible energetic port for heartache. They're really scouring their conscience, their experience, their forecasting what could happen in the future, and really asking to have some tools to know how to handle certain situations, or to be sure that it's not going to go back to the way that they've had insecurity in connections before. They're really asking the divine to show them how to affirm and confirm that this is the truth, that what they are experiencing, this commitment they feel on their heart, this belief that you are the one, they're asking for assurance from the divine. What can we see for the feminines? The Four of Coins. So there's a holding on to the connections. There's a foundation here. This is the safekeeping that's going to be here. So if you're watching this, I'm being told that you are guaranteed love in this life. And right now, energetically, there's a pause while things come on to the same page, while the preparation gives way to readiness and this emerging of the connections into community. Ooh, I'm getting shivers up my spine. That's so amazing. So don't sweat it, feminines. Just hang tight, like hang 10. It's kind of surfing on that pentacle. What can we see for advice right now? Reprogramming, transmutation, stabilization. So your masculines feel all in right now, and they're really asking the divine to show them how they can, be sure that this is accurate, that they are experiencing this. And every time they ask for a assurance, they get a new aha moment about how to know when they're sure. Like they're learning how to affirm their surety and how to energetically read things so that they can understand when something isn't true or valid and when it is. And so they're going on a bit of a review right now. They're soul searching past histories and different situations, different karmic situations, different scenarios that have played out in their past, and they're seeing how this is different, how this has the makings of stability, of foundation. So feminines, you're being asked to just keep that recognition of the stability, the foundation, the framework, the patience, the knowing in very grounded ways right now, so that you know yourself not to be somebody that is acting on limerence or getting ahead of yourself or wishful thinking, that you only want the real thing. That's going to energetically help these masculines know that these are trustworthy, solid choices for them, for their lives, for the couples, as they begin to come forward towards unions. Wow. This reading, there we go. I got some tears happening. So what is the solution that the masculines are soul searching here? Okay, we get the Eight of Cups and the Five of Flames. This is still walking away from things that aren't emotionally balanced, mature, grounded, honoring, respectful, all the things love is. Like, even if it's glittering, it may not be gold. So the masculines, the solution for being sure masculines is to really look at the fruits, the emotional quality of certain situations. If it throws you into anguish and suffering, you walk away from that way of thinking of things or those scenarios. This is a sorting of so many energies being involved and walking away from the things that don't emotionally support, that are not honoring. That's the solution here. That's how you know when something is a trustworthy choice, is that it does not promote suffering, masculines. So this is the energetic fruit. This is, you know, the way of it. Big stuff. What are the feminines meant to do right now? Rest. Rest. Get your beauty sleep, I just heard. You know, take a load off. Trust. Self-care. Nurture. R&R. Gentleness. Yin. This looks like Shavasana. Yoga. What can we see for the advice? Emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment. So the masculines are really going through the dimensions, the ranks, the ringer right now, crossing T's, dotting I's. Stay in this compassionate non-attachment. Do you right now and balance out. Some people will have counterparts coming forward to them that aren't divine masculines. So if that's you, that's a very small percentage, if not nil. But you have to be in emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment to know if somebody coming forward to you works for you or not. Just because somebody's coming forward to you does not mean that you have to accept them, feminines. And just because the person you're watching this reading for is coming forward to you doesn't mean you have to accept them or that it's your divine counterpart. So stay in your balance and be really objective about if the fruits are there, just like the masculines are being asked to walk away from everything that is emotionally low vibe. So should you, feminines. What is the direction in the near future that the masculines are soul searching about? Hanging on to this connection and bringing in forward motion and progress, bringing it out of choppy water towards success, solutions, innovation, new ideas, collaboration, teamwork, next level stuff. That's Metatron's seal in the water here that these thoughts are going towards, and hanging on to the connection. So there is definitely a foundation here that has been secured in the hearts of both counterparts. And so now we can have next level progress beyond the mundane, up and out of the 3D. The Four of Coins is my card of the 4D. So we're moving towards the 5D here. Three of Coins is the 3D. We've been getting it repeatedly in the inverted, which means more than meets the eye, more than the material realm, surface level stuff. And now there's this progression that it's only a matter of time, because the fourth dimension is time. And so we're seeing that coming in here. It's like, give it a little bit of time. We're processing it at this time. So when you watch this, my readings are timeless. It doesn't mean that it has to be taken the day that the video comes out. So yeah, beautiful. Transcendence, prayerfulness, and serenity. This is how you can have emotional equilibrium and compassionate non-attachment, feminines, is, you know, when you're in Shavasana, when you're resting, when you're integrating. This is the High Priestess in the Minor Arcana, where you're learning to be still and know, to not run with wild imaginings, to actually be grounded and not get ahead of yourself. This is where if somebody is not able to meet you in love, you have to let them, to have the wisdom to let them deal with what they need to for their own accountability, so they can come through the rite of passage that qualifies them to love to the same degree that you can love. That is, you know, how we get there, how we get into trustworthiness is we go through the things that we need to be accountable for, to balance ourselves out, to comprehend love, so we're not questioning what love is or how to discern what feels good or not to us. When we get to a self-awareness where we have processed and we know ourselves well enough to know what feels good and doesn't, that's when we can trust our decisions. That's when we can trust what we're picking up on and how that makes us feel or not, and therefore if it's compatible and something that is our idea of fun. Okay, wow, what a reading. Good on you, masculines, for soul searching this stuff. I love you all so much. Bye for now.